Ladies and gentlemen, what's good YouTube? It's Jay here, and today I present to you, I'm going to be making the first ever Star Wars Yuuzhan at War video. The first ever video to ever exist on YouTube, first ever glimpse at actual gameplay that we've ever gotten in probably the last, I don't know, like few years. I'm going to be playing it with Strobe. I've got to mute it right now, but I'm going to unmute it for this video. We're just going to talk about how to actually play the mod, some of the basic features of it, and so forth. Yeah, let's jump into it. We've been waiting for this for a long time. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like on the video and let me know what your thoughts are down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of other video games. We got Squadrons coming up this weekend too. So let's jump right into it. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute Burn and get it started. Alrighty, I got you unmuted, man. I'm ready to go.
Okay. So are we live?
Yep, we are going. We are good to go. Recordings are going. I'm not sweating in my room anymore. We are good to go.
Well, cool. Glad to be back with you. It's the day of reckoning. Yeah, this is our D-Day, I guess you can call it. You know, do or die. We are releasing the mod over the next 24 hours. It's going to be released October 1st, and that starts for me in 10 minutes.
That's my girlfriend's birthday, unironically.
Oh, congratulations to her.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's not a lie, it's not a myth, it's not a fake. We're actually doing it. Just squashing that right away. Team has been really productive. We've been doing a lot of work. We're juggling so many things. But yeah, we got it already. And the last few times you've looked at our mod, you never saw it with the PBR shader. So this is your first peek at what it looks like in the game and some of the things we've been adding. And we've seen people asking for comments of video and what it looks like and this and that, and why do you only show pictures and nothing else? So as we promised, Jay gets first crack at showing the first video of the game, and here we are. So yeah, we're releasing tomorrow. And what's up with the whole two-stage release thing? We're tired of torturing fans. We have to get the project out, and we have a whole other game we're making, and we have an obligation and contracts that we signed that we have to start on a certain date. So yeah, things are proceeding with that. We're releasing the game now so that the community and fans can play it, and over the next month we're going to try to fix the remaining few bugs that we find. Not many. We've been really diligent and hard working at it, and we're trying to squeeze in some extra features. Today we showed a sneak peek to everyone of what some of our planets can look like. We are making a few to add in. We're showing off the progress we've made over the years since I first joined FileFront back in like 2007 and started doing planet textures, all the way up my full time as a modder, and finding Doki and collaborating with him, and finding CORSAIR and collaborating with him, and like today the three of us put our minds together, and we solved it. We solved how to make wonderful looking planets in Empire War, and it's great. We're using stuff that we learned and that we're doing for our new project, and trying to reverse engineer like modern art techniques and bring them back into Empire War, and it's cool. It all worked out today. So today was like a big day for us, for solving that. But yeah, so we're releasing the mod, and we're trying to have people play it, give us some feedback, and Halloween is when we are going to be unleashing the Vong on everybody. So this is not really like the first release, but it is. It's kind of like the public early access. We've moved past beta. So it's exciting, but I'm excited to see you see everything, what the game looks like since the last time you saw it. And I wanted to explain some things as you start, just to the fans who are watching this, so that when they start up the game, they will know what to do. we're doing skirmish. That's the primary thing. So you're going to want to go to skirmish. You're going to want to pick space maps. There's no, we didn't do anything for ground, so that's just the default game. But in space maps, you will have the option of choosing 2 factions for now. The New Republic, which we actually have to change. That should be Galactic Alliance, but that's okay. And the Hutt Cartel, which is something special that War is Cool has surprised us all with by squeezing in, because that guy works nonstop for us. He's awesome. So you pick your 1 or 2 factions here, and then once you get in the game, you can click on a little satellite that has a nice blinking arrow indicating that you should click it, and that's going to tell you where you pick your sub faction. So
should we show it to?
Yeah, let's get started.
You know, it's funny. We didn't even test to make sure our internet connections wouldn't screw us over.
That's pretty much how everything's been done on this team.
Oh, that's right. You can't pause in this. Hit multiplayer. See, here's the satellite he was referring to, everybody.
So if you click that, it gives you an option, if you choose the New Republic, as it should be the Galactic Alliance, we'll fix that, of the 3 factions, 3 sub-factions. Now we have code set up that will eventually allow up to 6 sub-factions if the mod ever grows as much, but it's just showing what we've made. So this is like new to Empire at War. You choose your sub-faction, and which one do you want to be? Rebels, Empire, or Remnant?
I can pick the Rebels.
All right, I'll go with good old Empire.
To stick to my historical run as the Rebellion in all mods I play.
Now, on the large, giant space station, right?
Yep.
That's where you're going to find your tech upgrade and some other special bonuses. On that small satellite, you'll use the small satellite for building all your units.
Okay.
That's how we have it split up.
I'm gonna just get a nice little cinematic shot of the space station right quick, so we can
yeah, I mean,
take a look how pretty it is.
If you get it so it reflects, right, and you see the light reflecting off of it, that's the PBR magic right there. You see that?
Yeah.
You zoom in, you see all kinds of nice little microsurface detail. Nobody zooms in this game. People got to zoom in and look at stuff. Like when it's in the light, the craziness that Doki was able to figure out for us, all these little reflections and shimmerings, and it's on all our ships. So it changes, depending on the global light source of the map. So darker maps or where the sun is in different locations, it just looks cool. The asteroids, that is a new addition. We finally got them in like 2 days ago. Great job by Doki.
Doki is a god when it comes to art design.
Yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, the asteroids were sourced from EVE Online, who allows free use of their materials as long as credit is given. Then I created a custom texture for it. And then working with Doki, we worked with, he made new shaders for it that allowed the surface roughness of the asteroid to look more crisp and high resolution when you get closer. So it's cool. It's cool stuff. But our nebula sky domes have a lot of effort put into them. Our nebula fields have new textures on them. And then below you, that's the big star of the day. Those are our planets, live in the game, and you can zoom in, and very little pixelation you will notice. We have tried so hard to get really nice, crisp, non-patternized planets. And, in addition to that, we've been working with CORSAIR and working with his atmospheric shader technology. He's been helping us work on, it's not the one he made, making clear on this. This is a atmosphere shader that Doki invented himself. And CORSAIR has been working with him all day today to help tweak some little effects with it just to make it perfect. But yeah, this is the game. This is what we have.
So let's see. I should just go ahead and pick the first tech level, correct?
Yeah. So, I suck at this game, so
Okay.
you know, it'll be a nice, easy, relaxing game for you. When you play against, the guys who've been working on all the balancing, and that's War's Cool, Empoleon, and Revan. They are fanatical players, and they set up the balancing really to make it a highly competitive environment.
The competitive Empire War Discord's gonna love hearing that.
We hope so. I mean, we've been listening to what people have been saying, and we're trying to. We don't see many mods coming out and saying that we're going to make a focus and aim on like competitive tournament skirmish. So, just by the way things happen with our team and our progress, that's where we kind of ended up. So we've tried hard to specialize in that.
I see. I don't mean to cut you. I was gonna say, I see we bumped the unit reinforcement count to 30.
Yes, yeah. I
remember it used to be 20, I think, back in the first couple of betas.
Yep, we've been getting better performance. We've been allowing more and more ships to be added. We're still working and doing tweaks and changes to try to get more and more things in.
Okay, so we've got a lot of the similar Empire War upgrades. We've got the reactor power to or extra weapon damage, extra armor damage, etc. Let's see.
I think we kept those pretty much the same. The defense satellites are new, and they have some nice new special features. Part of the balancing that we've been trying to do. You can't spam a single unit really effectively in our mod. You need to get mines. When you play against someone who learns the tricks and wants to be competitive in this, it's a challenge. You have to get mines and get money and constantly keep getting the better and better units. That's interesting how that one's hidden in the asteroid.
Let's see. So in that case, then, since we're going for the pure aspect of showcasing everything, we'll probably just limit combat to a minimum so we can kind of get a good glimpse at all the actual units in the game, if that's okay with you.
Oh yeah, dude. I am the least competitive player. If this was against Revan or Empoleon, the game would be over and you'd be crying probably. Yeah, I get frustrated playing against those two because I want to test and I want to look at things. I'm like, oh, look how the light's reflecting, and they're like, I have 5 Star Destroyers blowing up your base.
Yeah, we can't waste time out here, man. We cannot waste time. We have to destroy each other, whether you like it or not. I do love the way the shader looks on these, though.
Right? It's a nice little touch. It's I mean, it was not easy. It was a good couple weeks, almost a whole month of me and Doki really just putting our minds together and trying to me bring this artistic vision and this look and feel, and Doki supporting that with his own ideas, his own concepts, and then his technical proficiency with things that he's been learning at university and whatnot. It came together. It was really good. The team's all super happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah,
we also have. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of nice mods with a lot of nice textures out there, but I don't think I've ever seen them with an art style where everything is just super realistic in terms of the way light is reflecting off everything. And for the record, for the people that are going to be watching this, I know you want to see gameplay, but it's also really good to appreciate the amount of work that a lot of the artists within the team put into the actual project too. Battles are cool, but I mean, there's a root to everything. We gotta really take time to actually appreciate the amount of work people put into the units, the ships, the way they look, the designs, everything. It all looks really, really pretty. Also,
yeah, that was what.
I was just gonna say, I really love that Battle of the Heroes is playing right now too.
Yeah, Wick is our music conductor, so I'm not even sure what's in it anymore. I did ask. I think he removed the Lion King song that used to be in it.
Why was there a Lion King song?
He had some interesting songs in it to catch us off guard while we've been beta testing and stuff. Lion King was in it. There was some speech in it.
mid battle, you just say, ah, Sequania.
Exactly.
Waiting orders.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and capture all the asteroid belts. You were about to say something before I interrupted you like 3 times.
Oh, just there's a lot of neat little things in it. I mean, like I was saying, you know, it's for those who want to be competitive, you know, tips and notes. You know, get the asteroid mines, work on those, and then learn how the defense satellites work.
Construction complete.
We want to leave things for people to discover on their own, but we have 2 new defense satellites. Collaboration with CORSAIR, using some of his, you know, some idea of his combined with ideas of ours. The missile satellite is effective versus heavy capital ships. The gun satellite is more effective versus mid-range ships and is equipped with a point defense laser also for intercepting missiles.
Yeah, that
So
just wiped out literally like 3 squadrons of fighters in a heartbeat.
Heading out.
Yeah, that laser satellite. Maybe I didn't see maybe there was another unit over here, but that satellite just instantly killed like, I don't know, like 2 dozen starfighters.
we have put a lot of effort into weapon ranges, weapon damages, and balancing what the appropriate style of tool you need for the job is, basically. So it requires some learning. There's a curve. You know, you can't just spam attacks with any units. You know, sometimes for certain missions, you'll find that corvettes are more ideal. For other types of attacks and strategies, you will need to focus more on frigates and small cruisers. You know, your heavy, larger ships are great for, you know, attacking the star bases and whatnot, but you know, they are dependent upon fighter protection. So you'll need ships that have anti-aircraft weapons and point defense guns to you know, stop like missiles attacking.
That makes sense.
At your command.
Yeah, it's subtle. I mean, it's there. It's not so much that it's going to be, you know, brutally hard and, you know, people are going to be you know, saying this is impossible or anything. It's fun, but for those who really want to get into a more competitive nature, you know, when they start learning the little tricks and advantages that have all been incorporated in the balancing, you know, we hope that, you know, they see it and like it. You know, that's really the brainchild of those 3 guys, Empoleon, Revan, and War is Cool, working on, you know, constantly, just because the 3 of them are so good at this game. You know, the 3 of them, you know, trying to just make things a little bit fair, or make sure every unit has its own special purpose.
Okay.
Y-wing squadron reporting.
Everything is great.
I'm not good enough to make use of it, but they tell me it's in there, and they wipe me out whenever I play with them.
Do you have? Are there any other future plans to throw more units on the existing hero unit rosters as time goes on, or is it just going to kind of stay what we got?
Command received.
There's the potential. So when you click on that satellite, you know, there's the potential to add 6 sub-factions per all 3 of the main choices you can pick, you know?
Yeah.
And then in addition to that, I believe there's also the option to choose an offensive or a defensive roster. I believe we kept that in. I'm not sure if we removed it yet. We don't have enough units finished for the offensive and defensive roster, but you could literally have 2 different we have enough models made that you could have 2 different unique rebel rosters, of each one being, you know, the rebel faction, but totally different ships. We just don't have the time or the manpower to continue that on our own. You know, we've you know, the team has you know, we've signed an agreement, and we have the whole new project thing that we're doing, and you know, we have obligations that has to start for us, basically. So we've had. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It was gonna be a question.
Oh, that blue ring you're seeing around the carrier?
Yeah, is that like a healing ring?
It's a healing ring. It's a repair field.
Okay, yeah.
So all units within that blue haze get a health bonus.
Okay, gotcha.
And that I believe it stacks also.
Oh damn.
So if you have
Okay.
multiple ones, yeah, little tips and things like that for tactics.
Tech upgrade in
Um,
progress.
But yeah, we've actually had a few people start volunteering to help work with us, and you know, there's no deadlines, there's no pressure. You know, it's if you know we've been saying for the past few weeks, if people want more Vong, we will help them. We will help them do. We will help them get things finished, but we just can't do it all on our own anymore. You know, it's as
Well, yeah,
simple as that.
like you said, I mean, the framework already pre-exists, so I mean, like in the long run, there really won't be too much that you have to learn that's new. Like if people want to, include new models and stuff, I mean, it'll already the framework will be there for you to kind of show them how to do it, essentially.
Basically, just so people realize, the models are made. We have the models made. I have many textures made, and I am willing to continue making textures because, one of the great things that really makes all of our work come together is that we really strived to have this uniform quality of model construction and texture aesthetic. It looks like a complete universe. It's all the same stuff.
Yep.
We've had very tight guidelines on, our art style and everything. And even though the core team is moving on to go on to the next project, we are still willing to be present and help. I am personally willing to continue making textures. What we need help with is production work. We need people who can help us rig ships. And rigging ships is a bit of a tedious task. It is adding blast marks to the models and then going a step further and positioning all the hard points on the ship. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's really easy work. It just takes some time, and you have to be careful, methodical, and work your way through it. But we have, I think there's been about 6 or 7 people who have started and who have, offered to help. And, we're not pressuring them. We encourage them, we reach out, and we give them personal teaching tutorials. Like I spend my time teaching someone how to use, an art program, or I screen share with them, and I will walk them through and show them all the ways that we do stuff. And I'll spend hours with someone if it helps them learn and become a better modder. And we've been doing that. But when people get more things finished, we will gladly add on more. And I think last time we checked, we're like 2 ships away from having the Mon Calamari faction complete. So that could be a whole new roster of 10, 12 ships that we could be putting in if those were just finished. We have the New Republic 5th Fleet that is about I think maybe 2/3 of the way done. And then everyone wants us. Everyone begs for that because they love our Nebula Star Destroyer. It was textured by Revan. It looks great. It's a worthy battlefield contender, but you need the rest of the faction. You need the rest of the supporting ships to have a playable faction for the game and everything.
So just so that clarifies for anybody that's going to be wondering, that's a lot of good information to take in for anybody that's going to think once this and the October update release, that's a good way of letting people know that's just not it, really. I mean, there's going to still be more to come in the long run because there's just everything already pre-exists pretty much. It's just a matter of getting it all implemented now that all the super difficult things have been finished.
Yeah, I mean the people may not realize, but the back end is set up. The code's all done. We have the Galactic Conquest pretty much set up already. Why are we not releasing a Galactic Conquest? Multiple ones like everyone else does. We don't have the props ready for it. We don't have all the space stations rigged. Textured. They still need some time. We don't have whatchamacallit, we don't have all the units to make a more robust galactic conquest. Now, sure, people might look at all that we have in the game now, and they might say, "Look at all that you have. That's plenty." You know, maybe that is, but our initial aspirations were wanting to have a lot more.
Gunboat here.
New texture on the Star Destroyer, by the way.
I'm getting a mild FPS drop here a little bit. Actually. Let me see. Yeah, I'm getting hit with a bit of a tiny FPS drop with the Star Destroyer in play.
The Star Destroyer does cause a minor spike. It used to be worse. The Star Destroyer has, I think it's up to 120 weapons on it. So when it first comes in, it used to freeze the game, but now through our tweaking and whatnot, it does just give like a minor FPS spike, but the game recovers.
Okay. So this thing can literally just it could kill an entire fleet by itself.
Pretty much. We really tried to make it like the Star Destroyer would feel like the feared battleship that it was.
Yeah, because my entire fleet just
You just got wiped out, man.
Okay,
and I suck at this game.
I didn't expect it to be that powerful. Holy smokes, dude. I'm trying to get a camera shot of my B-wings before they all go down. See if we can get a good angle of it. I can use this as a thumbnail potentially. Oh, that's right. Everything moves off camera once you die. Okay, well, let me see what I can do here.
That's part of the learning, you know. You can't just spam rush. You have to have a good balance of ships in this mod. You know, if you're going to bring in like I brought in a Star Destroyer, but I made sure I had 2 cruisers and 2 frigates with it, you know, just to make sure that I had ample protection. You know, and the frigates were Lancers, so you know they're fighter killers.
Yeah, they're just gonna eat starfighters. Yeah, this looks pretty. This is pretty. I just brought in home 1.
Upgrade complete.
Oh yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how insane? How many weapons does this thing have?
A lot. The home one is a scary ship.
It's got.
We did Akbar justice, unlike Disney.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the unit description. That's like 130 different weapons on here.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Okay, noted.
It will eat a Star Destroyer.
Order confirmed.
But it's not. But surprisingly, though, it's still. I mean, it can still be taken down if you use the right combination and the right tactics.
Coming around.
Let's see if I can get a good little fleet mustered here to make another push, because that other push didn't really work out so well for me.
I'm gonna try to blockade you somewhere in these asteroids.
Let's see. We got plenty of fighters, so we're gonna go ahead and just group these up like I normally do in a majority of my videos. I spend a lot of time micromanaging everything. What is this right here?
Right away. Standing by.
So I see that the destroyers or the gunboats, the CC, what is this number? The CC or CG-273. I see it drops a seismic charge. That's good to know.
Yeah, that's a new thing. Here's a new thing since the last time you played. We went through and we did the special abilities for all our ships. So we have multiple special abilities. We tried to give every ship at least one, but many of them I squeezed in 2 on. You know, by me begging and the guys saying fine, because I guess they wanted me to stop nagging them. But yeah, we have like 3 main categories of special abilities. There is a power to engine special ability, there is a power to weapons, and a power to shields. But each of those abilities is a 4-tier system. depending on what type of ship it is. So you might have power to engines tier 1 on one ship, but you might have on another ship, such as a Corellian ship, a power to engines tier 4, so it can go even faster. And we tried, and we the differentiation is to try to make the ships more related to their canon descriptions.
Frigate responding.
Makes sense.
You know, Corellian ships go faster.
Fire.
Oh no. Nebulon B.
Ready for
Home
action.
1.
I'm trying to keep my fighters at bay because I don't want to come near those lancers. Oh, for the viewers that are watching this, by the way, if you see any weird random pauses, desyncing is something that happens with Empire War. I wouldn't say desyncing rather, but he's in New York and I'm in Ohio, so I mean, like, don't hassle me about it. I don't have good internet, okay?
Yay, but you've noticed though, no crashes yet. Knock on wood
That's a
real
plus.
quick.
That's a plus.
Ready. Frigate standing by.
Let's see if we can take out this Star Destroyer. Okay, yeah, we really are eating the Star Destroyer alive.
Choose your reinforcements.
That's Vader too. So that's your hero versus my hero.
At least I finally got a canon battle. I've always wanted Akbar versus Vader.
Commander.
Direct fire on the engines.
I do like the. Oh, well, were those beam cannons?
The home one has beam cannons. Yes, it does. We found a source from really long ago that says that the home one had beam cannons, and we've incorporated them. It has 4 double-barrel beam laser turrets. Currently, there are, I think, 2 ships in the game that have beam weapons. The home one is one of them. And now I screwed up here. I brought the Star Destroyer in ahead of your ship and left my rear exposed, and I can't turn. And you are just decimating Vader.
I was wondering if it was going to be based on that base game mechanic where if you come out of hyperspace, you don't technically have any shielding really.
Yes, Commander.
They do have a thing also that they did incorporate that also. If you come out of hyperspace, there is a pause in your ship's ability to fire or something. They did something like that.
Damage.
You know, I just realized too.
Cruiser.
My other Mach cruiser is 1v1 your station. It's absolutely putting in work. Like, what is happening?
Stations are like bosses. when you get a station fully leveled up, they get stronger. At each upgrade at the station, the shields get stronger and more weapons come online, I believe.
Makes sense. Because right now I've got your station on fire, man. Trying to see if I can get a good shot of this.
Weapons
Let's see.
charged.
Yeah, the shaders are phenomenal on this. On everything.
What do you suggest?
Shields to maximum.
Okay. We're kind of safe right now. I'll go ahead and
Hit the
back-
spacebar.
hit the spacebar. Oh well, yeah, for the cinematic shots. Let me get more
Unit
stuff
in
kind of building.
production. Constructing unit.
Oh shoot, I just realized you have a limit on the Liberty classes. Okay, got it. So there really is like a bigger focus on the ideology of strategy, because you can't just spam capital ships like an absolute lunatic.
Correct, yeah. We did limit it because we want people to, the focus is more on the mid-range ships. Big ships are great, but big ships look great when you have small ships in comparison.
An excellent.
I can understand
And
that.
plus, and that's also how they had it in the stories and the novels and stuff. You didn't read in the Vong novels so much as like fleets of Liberty cruisers coming in to fight the Vong. You would read about one large capital ship, accompanied by an armada of corvettes and frigates and support ships.
Gotta stick to that lore.
You're gonna wipe me out.
I love the big
It's
guns.
official.
It's
It's official. I cannot win this game against anybody.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I just holy smokes. Okay, well, never mind. You might actually wipe me back out now.
Our target priority is the laser cannon.
I was coming close to it. I didn't realize we had more ships building. Oh wait, I thought I selected the cruiser.
But if people, we just hope people have fun when they play it. You know, we put a lot of hard work into this. We tried out a lot of ideas. You know, we really tried to push the limits of, you know, what we can do with our art talents and with our coding talents. And, you know, this was our learning project. We kept trying to do more and learn more and do harder challenges and make things look, you know, more complicated because, you know, we wanted to grow as developers and artists. You know, making a mod is wonderful and fun, but, you know, we wanted to get deeper into it and stuff. So we hope that, you know, our efforts show a little bit with all that we tried. And if people wonder why it took so long, well, you know, it's you know, look at it. You know, it took a while to learn how to do all this. We didn't start this as experts or anything. Pretty much the majority of people on our team are all self-taught individuals. You know.
Yeah. There's only so much guidance you can get before you have to start figuring things out on your own eventually. I want to say, I think Liberties are a little insane.
We gave the Liberty. I think we gave the Liberties power to ions, their ion weapons, so that they can. So they do. They stand up pretty well to Star Destroyers.
Yeah, because I'm manhandling both this station and the Star Destroyer with just one Liberty cruiser and an MC-40.
Choose your reinforcements. On maximum unit capacity.
Yes, Commander.
It's just a regular Star Destroyer. Okay. Does the Empire have Imperial 2s?
We reserved Imperial 2s for the Imperial Remnant.
Gotcha.
I think I'm losing because I keep pressing the space bar and just watching the camera pan around. I don't care if I lose. It looks awesome.
Yeah, that's all that matters in the long run. I just can't believe you managed to actually stuff so many guns on ships. That's just a lot.
Yeah, we tried for you know, a decent balance of trying to have some that rotate, and you know, when we started, we had every weapon rotating, and you know, the game just couldn't handle it. But you know, you live and learn. But you know, I think we have a decent balance. But they still all fire, and they still all do a nice little light show. I'm out of ships. Crap.
I can't wait to make a few skirmish videos on this. We're gonna, I'm gonna do a video for every single individual faction that we've got that exists so far. I have a lot of fun with that.
This map does. So we say that there are currently 4 factions: the Rebel, the Rebel, the Imperials, the Imperial Remnant, and then Wick made this Hutt faction. There's actually 2 more secret factions hidden in the game. If you play a skirmish map that has the pirate base, there is a full roster of pirate ships that you can build if you capture the pirate base.
So, did you say we're gonna do that this video? Because I'm perfectly okay with doing that this video.
I lost.
I just wait. What is this? Abandoned ship Hulk? What is this? Is this still doing damage?
That might be something that Wick did.
So wait a second. So if you destroy a ship, is there a possibility that it could just hang there still?
I'm not sure.
Wick just happily he just throws a couple of things in here as a surprise, pretty much.
He's been doing so much, I can't keep up with him. I've been so exhausted. He has all kinds of little ideas. I'm not sure if that's if that is something we're keeping in, I mean, you're looking at something that's pre-release, you know, so we're still working on this all day tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know if that's intentional, like a little surprise that he added for everyone, or if that's something that's being removed. But if it is, if it is intentional, that's kind of cool.
Okay, so we're going to be saving the Hut Cartel for a two-part, for part 2 of this reveal series. I'm going to be recording that probably tomorrow. I don't know. Star Wars Squadrons comes out. I've got Rise of the Mandalorian things to do. But there's a lot to each of these individual factions. And so some of the skirmish games can take a little minute, you know, obviously, to get units built up and everything. This video could end up being like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so long, perhaps. So we're going to save the other faction for a secondary video that I'll release sometime this week as well. Burn, do you have any final closing statements to say? And hopefully we're not ending too abruptly for you guys, but I just thought about time constraints. You know, hour-long videos aren't popular like they used to be like 10 years ago. So
yeah, I need sleep. I'm tired.
we are recording this at 12:46 a.m. Eastern Standard, so it is pretty late.
I'm glad we found time. I'm glad you could finally show some people what some gameplay looks like. Yeah, we just hope people have fun. You know, the whole team. You know, we tried hard, and everyone on this team, all we want is just hope people have a good time. That's all. That's our greatest wish. So we'll see you in the game tomorrow. You know, it'll be later half of the day when we release, but it will be out tomorrow at some point. And so, see you guys there.
And for the viewers that are watching this video, I'm gonna link below in the description the interview that I did with Burn about a month or so ago, just kind of explaining the progression future for the mod and kind of why things are where they are now, why certain things exist and why certain things no longer exist that were mentioned previously. Again, there's a lot of things you could do on this older engine of a game. There are a lot of ideas that have been tried that are successful, tried that have failed, but not on any part in anybody in the team. There are a million different ideas that are in theory doable on their own, but when you mesh them all together, what can you do sometimes? You know, if you want to go for something that's just beyond the most basic Star Wars Empire War mod, I mean, you know, ambition can only go as far as the engine is willing to let it go, you know. But that's gonna be the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you play the mod tomorrow. Let me know what your thoughts about this are in the comments below. Let's try to keep things positive. If you have constructive criticism on anything, whether it be the game, this video, whatever, let's keep things positive and just talk like actual civilized humans. Okay, I like keeping things positive and just having fun in the process. There's no reason to be so serious all the time.
We have a channel on our Discord also for bug reporting and helping. I mean, we know not everything is going to be finished and perfect. You know, that's why we're having part 2 come out on Halloween. But yeah, we welcome any feedback, and if people have questions or concerns about the balancing, or if people find things that we miss or encounter any kind of like little bug or mishap, please let us know, because we are going to be responsive and we are going to listen in, and we're trying to fix everything we can by Halloween, and that's when we bring in the big bad uglies.
The big bad uglies, and just quality updates as always. Burden, do you have any other final remarks, or is that we're just going to call it right here?
Nah, that's it, man. Thanks for having me on, and I'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah, not a problem. And thank you for watching this video, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. May the Force be with you. Peace. I don't know how to end these videos.
Picking up the pieces that I lost in the lobby. I put you against the wall, you had us body to body. I can't help the way you make me feel, it's so hard to copy. Let's find common ground, meet me in a lost and found. Yeah, dark days turning into dark nights. I hit the strip and spend it all, I'm having hard times. That reminiscing had me looking through the archives. I seen a picture of you looking like a star shines, and you bright, 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 like the lights on a fight night.